Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Sebastian. Today we're going to be reviewing Club de Nuit, Intense Man by Armoff, also known as CDNIM. So this, if you're not familiar with Armoff, it's a house that makes a lot of clones, pretty good clones. This one is alright, but I'm going to give you the full review of it. It's probably their most popular fragrance, just because it's a copy of Creed Aventus, which is super common, super well known, big compliment getter. So let's take a look at the cap, which is the first thing I want to talk about. So the cap, it's a crimp cap, obviously, but it has a little bit of a leaking problem, and I've heard about this in other videos too before. So it has a little bit of cap problems. As far as the build, it's nice heavy glass, which is nice. And then I think this part is plastic. Yeah, it looks like the actual cap sprayer, the pump part, is plastic. And then it has this little like tag sort of thing that's metallic, or maybe it's glass, kind of chained on and then stuck onto the glass bottle. The bottle itself is not bad. This is 150 milliliters. There's a little bit of seams through here, but that part doesn't really matter. It's mostly about the juice that's inside. So let's give it a smell. So as you can see, I mean, the sprayer isn't bad. Gets a decent spray out of it. So the top notes are lemon, there we go, lemon, bergamot, apple, black currant, and pineapple. So let's see what we can smell from that. So immediately it's very synthetic. The top notes are very synthetic, which is fine, but it just comes off as a little bit harsh, a little bit cleaner like. I think it's mostly the citrus that they're using. Very synthetic smelling citrus. Okay, and then the middle is supposed to have like jasmine and birch in there. We'll have to see eventually how that smells. And then in my experience, even though the base says that it has ambergris and musk and vanilla, I don't really get much of the vanilla. The dry down is where you're really going to see nice performance and nice smell from this fragrance. It's not about that initial spray, because initially it does not smell good. I can see where they're trying to go, but they just did it in such a way that was a little bit harsh. If you want something that's a little bit more well-rounded, Club de Nuit has a limited edition version. It's slightly more expensive, but if you just get the 50 ml, then it's not too much of a difference, and apparently they did a really good job on it. It's a little bit more well-rounded, it's a little bit smoother, so it's not going to have that sort of bite that this original Intense Man Eau de Parfum has. So this juice is going to last you a long time. You really only need like maybe 2 sprays. Very strong, which is nice. Armoff does a good job of making pretty strong juice. So overall, composition, I would give it maybe an 8 out of 10, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. I've smelled the real Creed Aventus before anybody asks, and obviously it's Aventus, but if you're looking for an option, this, I think the 150 ml was maybe like $50. It's not bad, and if you just get like the 50 or 100 ml, I'm not sure what the small size that they sell currently is, then it's going to be really cheap. So it's a nice cheap alternative. A little bit of the smoky, leathery aspects of it, but mostly you're getting that dark and then the citrusy smells. So the pineapple that they're using undoubtedly is allyl amyl glycolate. So the thing about allyl amyl glycolate is it's an aroma chemical that has that pineapple facet to it, but it also, it's reminiscent of pineapple in the tin. So it has sort of like a metallic smell to it, which is what they were going for. And I believe the original Credaventus also had a good amount of allyl-amyl glycolate, AAG. So it has that kind of metallic, very masculine smell to it. Not getting a whole lot of the bergamot in this one. Again, it's whatever they use. Maybe it was limonene, maybe they used too much citral. Actually, they didn't use too much citral, but something about the lemon is gonna, you'll see what I mean when you get it. But the real magic is after those initial sprays, maybe 15-20 minutes later, it's gonna start smelling really nice. So overall, I would recommend it, especially if you're going for just something cheap that smells like something nice. It is a compliment getter. I made for myself a little bit of, I guess, a modifying spray that I made for myself, just like a little 10 milliliter bottle. And it used mostly like Isoe Super and Hedione, and then the top was a just a pineapple accord that I made. And I think that spraying that on gives it a little bit more of a well-rounded pineapple, because the pineapple note that they did in this one was pretty much only AAG, which can be a little bit harsh, and it's not enough pineapple in my opinion. I like the pineapple, so when I spray it together, it's a much better done scent. I can go over how I made that modifier spray in another video, but yeah, not bad. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.